hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. When you enter the room, we'd really appreciate it if you give us a little thumbs up, or even hit that subscribe button. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing Seeking Sister Wives, Season 5, Episode 12, Seeking Common Ground. Okay, so before we get started with the show, just want to give a warm welcome to the newest members of our tribe. We really appreciate you just clicking that button and showing your support. And hopefully we will see you in the live chat or in our comments channel. Our comments section. Getting distracted here, guys. Here we go. Hi. Oh my goodness. All right. So, Jamal, what loser do you want to start with?
Oh, there's so many. What's the people's name? The Ryans or whatever, or the whoever they are, whatever they call
Oh
themselves.
my God, Becky and Justin.
Yeah. So basically, Yari's trying to steal her husband next. That's pretty much what it was.
I don't know why y'all. First of all, I don't know why we're seeing the Ryans again. I thought they were done.
Same.
Second of all, Yari, this man clearly states he wants a polygamous relationship. Stop saying you don't know what that is and go on the Googler and get a definition. And then you'll know
Exactly.
that this is not right for you because you keep saying you want your man for yourself.
Right.
Secondly, what was supremely offensive was when he says something to the effect, I would like Yari or anybody at all.
Thank you.
I was like, wait, what?
We just want commitment from
And then
somebody. I'm like, what?
to me, it's not even commitment. It's just some sort of sexual intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that's a committed relationship. He just want a live-in side piece.
Right.
And Becky is getting weirder and weirder with every episode. So I really do hope that this is the last time we see them. They creep me out.
Exactly.
Um, And in all of this, because he even said during the dinner where he wasn't even really looking at her, he was like, oh, Becky and I are going down to Florida. You want to come? Well, what about her kid? Like, they're not making concessions. She has a child.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that going to fit into your little sexual romp? I don't get it. I don't care. They're disgusting. Anything else about them?
No, I'm just like, why are you here?
Alrighty. And who? Okay. So do you want to go to the Davises next?
I guess. I mean, they were just a mess too.
Okay. So sidebar. Um, you saw that thing that I sent you in the text?
Yeah, but I didn't go through it. Yeah, I need to reread it. But I was just like, huh? This makes complete sense.
Yeah. Apparently, Jasmine has been around these yabos from before Danielle got there. And then she was there when Danielle got there. And now we're trying to say that we're meeting Jasmine for the first time.
Right.
Okay. We'll go with that. All right. So anyway, they're preparing for the big sleepover where Jasmine's coming over for the night. They're doing a charcuterie board and some drinks. We find out that Jasmine doesn't drink alcohol. Good girl. Um, we also find out that she had a job where she was bathed in blood every day. We find out that she likes the big bed. We also find out that the seam on the side of her dress was coming loose. So she had 2 holes on the side of her blue dress. We also find out that it's very awkward for anyone to get into into and out of a hot tub, and I found out that Nick and April, ill,
Right.
really ill. Um, what else? Oh, and Danielle does not like to be asked what her favorite color is while she's in the hot
In the
tub.
hot tub, that's no go for her.
I'm gonna age myself, but you remember when Eddie Murphy used to be on Saturday Night Live and he had this skit where he was dressed up kind of like James Brown, but he was like dancing in front of a hot tub and always putting his foot in it saying, "Oh, it's hot in the hot tub." That's what that scene reminded me of. I know you probably don't even remember
No, I
that,
do. No, I do actually.
but it was just freaky. It felt disgusting. Um, do they clean that hot tub?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. And poor Danielle. I think Danielle would be okay bringing in another person just as long as she didn't have to legally marry them.
Agreed.
And that was it for the hot tub scene.
It was just such. It's just I don't know what these people. And see, here's the thing. We called it. We called it though. We called this them from the straight. This is gonna be boring. It's gonna be all about Danielle not wanting a wife. That's all it is. But here's my whole thing. You okay rolling around in a hot tub with many people. You okay sleeping in bed with many people doing God knows what with many people in the same bed. Juices everywhere. But she can't ask you what your favorite color is in the hot tub. I'm just I think
Wait,
it was that, but was that lost on anybody else?
but here's another thing that I suddenly wondered about while watching this because for the umpteenth time, Nick is asking Danielle at the end of the hot tub scene, are you okay with this? Are you sure you want to move forward? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Everybody keep on asking Danielle, but has anyone told Jasmine that they want her to come into this group and marry Danielle, the person who really don't like you?
Mm-hmm.
I
SM
don't get
says,
it.
"Hey everyone, did y'all see on Reddit that they've known that girl just right? That's what we are talking about. SM. That's too funny, and it makes sense when you think about it because y'all
Mhm.
seem way like Danielle, like you for someone who you just met, you really dislike this girl. So it makes sense that y'all have known each other for a long time.
But it's like I told you, I think Danielle might have been her replacement. Because Jasmine was there before Danielle. She's in a picture with them without Danielle, I think February 2021. And then in the summer of 2021, it's the picture with Danielle and Jasmine
Mm-hmm.
and some other unidentified females. Um, so she made it to the show and Jasmine didn't. Whoop, whoop. Interesting. Very interesting. And I'm also really questioning whether Jen and April are really married. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm also questioning if Nick is the only one having relations with the women. Like I wonder if all of them
Right.
intermingle.
I mean, the
I,
way it was, who's no, you know, who's wife number one? April.
April is the first one, and
So
she
see, the way,
recruited Jen.
but see, with the way they she talks about Jasmine, like I'm like, are you interested in her too? That's just the vibe I get from her. That's the vibe I get from her. Like you can sleep in the bed, like if you're comfortable. I'm like, God,
Well, the recruiter got to get a hiring bonus.
true.
I don't know. And she did say that red is her favorite color. It's a power color, and she feels powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And and Jen likes the magical waterfalls.
Tracy, Jasmine's
Yes.
face was cringe fast. He like a horny seal that popped out the
To me, her face looked like that wasn't part of the agreement.
right. I didn't sign on for this. This wasn't in my. This
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in my contract.
Yeah, you are not allowed to touch me with your mouth. God. Um, I I don't feel bad for Danielle anymore. I always have to pause and try to remember all the names. I don't feel bad for Danielle anymore. Jen is kind of creepy. April, you need to do a better job at recruiting and stop
Mhm.
taking pictures and putting them on social media so that nosy people like us can find out about your business.
Right.
And oh my god, I had to do a Google search on his sneakers from the talking head interview because they were so big and so turquoise with those laces, and I was like, where is he getting these stupid sneakers from? Apparently they're skater sneakers, and
Mm.
they're about $85 a pop, but they're like retro thing because if you actually use them for skating, they rip very easily.
Oof.
So to me, that's not a good skater sneaker, but I don't skate, so I don't care. But spending $85 on something that is so atrocious, to each his own. And that was how interested I was in their segment. I had to Google schmoogle a pair of sneakers to find out if they really do not just come from the dustbin.
Okay, so from the picture moving
Mm-hmm.
match showed Nick has 6 wives. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy to the lies. Yep. From
So then the two other females in that picture must be wives because that would
wives.
total six
Right.
if you include Jasmine.
Ryan said, "Do you think Jasmine dumped him back in 2021?"
But wait a minute. Why he left out the black women as his wives? Why he only got the white women on as concubines on the show? Because the other two women that was in that picture were not white. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. Whatever. And there was also something else when she asked, "What's your favorite animal?" and he said a spider because the female spiders are bigger than the male spiders, and they capture their prey and eat it. And then Jen, with her stupid self, said, "Oh my god, yes, that's exactly what you do to us." I was like, "Wait, what?" Either A, gross, or B, huh? Should we be calling the police? It was not a good statement to agree with, Jen. And I find she does something like this at the end of every season. Blink twice, girl, if you really do need us to call the police for you. Mm, interesting. Oh my God, there's 53 comments. Jamal, are you watching the comments? Because
Yeah.
I'm not
I mean,
even in
yeah,
that tab.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live.
Rodney says, like,
Wow.
apparently blowing someone's back out does not bring loyalty. Leah's laughing at Rodney. And Ryan says, somewhere, I don't think Nick likes black women. Ryan's like, no, Leah says, Ryan, he can't pull his mess with us, and he knows it. Yeah. Nick's also a little pimp, so his sneakers are gonna look big regardless. Lena says he spends all that money because he ain't worked for a cent of it. True.
Oof.
Uh, Somebody said yes. I also think that if they were wise, the black women left him. Let's be real and very honest for a moment. True. Yeah. The black woman wasn't a wife. That's not his persuasion. He likes some thick and vanilla, like
Like
salsa.
salsa, you girl, when they
Salsa.
was
That's
on the
salsa.
bed, when they were on, especially Danielle. Danielle's stomach looked like it was gonna suffocate her. Oof.
Ronnie, true. Female spiders are also known to kill males. Yeah, black widows especially. After sex, they eat them. They eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ugh.
then Facts, Ryan. There's no way in hell black women were married to him. But if we were to assume that they were married, they definitely left by now. First, I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna still say this, and I stand by this. No black woman is gonna sit up there and let a black man, especially, sit up in their house while they go to work. It's not gonna happen. At least a black woman I know. At least a black woman I know. Not happening.
I know it could happen with me. I mean, I could sit at home and not work. You got to be working.
And
But more
and I
than likely, I'm
understand.
going to want to work so I can have my own coins.
And I understand that my way of thinking, some people may feel is very like old fashioned, very like archaic thinking, but I can only go by the way I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, who's a black woman, always said she was never going to be with no man who voluntarily did not work. And that goes with the women, the rest of the women in my family. So call it archaic, call it like, like Neanderthal thinking. But for me, the black women are not going to take men who are voluntarily not working. Now, if y'all are together and old boy loses his job, old girl is gonna support him for maybe like a month or two, but he gonna need to be out there uh in the one ad on the Craigslist, maybe at the blood bank, doing whatever he got to do, bringing some cash.
See, that's where your mother and my mother differ because my mom, who's also a black woman or was, um, she was of the opinion um, you find a man that has his own, you make sure that you have your own, and never the two shall meet.
Oh, your mama was a separatist. All the finances
Yes,
is no,
right.
I get that
And
nowadays. I
should
get that.
said man stumble and fall, you ask him if he okay while you keep pushing forward. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
need an anchor.
Okay. Mom was like that. Mom was like cutthroat.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because mom lived a life and learned hard lessons. So she imparted them to me. She gave
Mm-hmm.
separate lessons to my brother. But yeah, that's what she told me. And don't
Thank
ever
y'all.
tell them about any of your finances.
Right, that too. Um, Lena says you're correct, Jamal. I agree. I don't think it's archaic. It's a cultural thing, and that's what the way I look at it, and I look at the time, and it's a cultural thing. But some people really feel it's archaic. I'm like, well, no, and I'm like, here's the whole thing. My philosophy is this:
Mhm.
why, if you are struggling, right? If you are struggling yourself, why you don't get someone who's struggling worse than you?
Yeah, I
That
could be
makes no sense to
miserable
me.
all on my own.
Like
Hmm.
you're already like if you're already broke and struggling, why are you gonna find be with someone who's broker and more struggling than you?
Okay. And Rodney, okay, so my mom had a thing for this too. My mom would be like, if he wants to be 50-50, you tell him it's 50-50 and keep waiting for your 50 to drop in. The bills will get paid. But when you do that 50-50 to me and my mom, it's like, oh, we're going to have a communal something where we're
Right.
depositing. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So, yeah. But yeah, she said just let them think it's 50-50. Oh my God. My mom was mean. I love my mom. She
Um,
was
uh,
mean though.
I didn't know. I don't think your mom was mean. I think what it is, like you said, she learned some hard lessons,
Yeah.
and she learned from
Mhm.
those lessons. And she, instead of trying to meet people in the middle, she went just
Mhm.
clean off the edge and said, "No, what? We're not going to even do this with you." I think that's where she was
Yeah,
at.
because I think she put her trust into someone who let her
Hmm.
down miserably, which
Yes,
caused her to make decisions that she never thought she would have to make.
correct.
And she just, unfortunately, it was my father. Well, no, my brother's me and my brother have two different fathers. Yes, mama was a Rolling Stone. But yeah, the
Who was
lessons
it back then, though?
well, you know,
I'm just saying. I'm just
different
saying.
culture. I'm
Yes.
from the Caribbean. I'm from, my mom's from a different generation. I'm a lot older than y'all. So I have no shame. I'm very proud of it.
I mean,
Lot of life
I mean,
lessons.
but see, my grandparents they rolled all the way through. I'm not embarrassed, not ashamed. That's
Mhm.
just back then. That's just what you do. Nowadays, we don't do that because of the financials that come time with rolling too many stones. You know, it's just no,
Yeah. But
no.
yeah, she like every pivotal male in her life taught her something. The last male in her life, I was old enough to remember it, so she didn't need to do a repeat with that. I was just like, whoops, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's not happening to me.
Um, my mom was a firm believer of no. My mom was also a firm believer of no shared bank accounts. So I'm a huge fan, and and
Mhm.
I if I had children, I will never have children. Never want children, but I would impart upon my children is that y'all make sure you have money going into several different accounts, and
Mhm.
any investments that you have, you keep to yourself
Several different accounts, different countries, like have money everywhere.
everywhere.
However, when you do that, I can say this: when you do that, upon you passing, whoever's the executor or executrix of your estate will be suffering for months trying to figure out where everything is and trying
Is
to get everything shut down. That's why I had to get 14 death certificates.
right.
And it like I'm still trying to sort things out, y'all. I'm still trying to sort things out.
You sound so familiar because an ex coworker of mine when their grandmother passed, it was a similar situation, but she somehow she had money on several continents, and they was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah," like they went through, you go through the things, right? And they just found like paperwork
Mhm.
for accounts in different languages. They were like completely confused. They're like, "What is
Mhm.
this?" So they had to go to someone who could translate, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like so this bank account is here in this country." They're like, "Okay." "Oh yeah, and this goes to this country." They're like, "Okay." And then this goes over here. They're like, "Okay." And then okay, and apparently there's a safety deposit box over here. They're like, "What?" It's like it took them a good year to go through all of the research, everything, get all the assets together, and then do everything. I was hollering.
My mom had everything detailed out.
Oh,
Everything
nice.
detailed out. It just, you have to bring proof to every single one. And
Right.
some of them return the proof and some do not.
Yes.
So it is tedious. And
Yes.
yes, executrix. I That's what I'm listed at
You're
because
lucky.
her will is overseas, not here.
Like that's the funny thing. That's when they said that. I'm like,
Nick
they're like
has no worth.
the
He
funny thing.
does. The worth of
They
his women.
yeah the grandmother. Luckily, they said the saving grace is that all of her financials
Mhm.
were kept in one accordion file. So
Mhm.
they didn't really have to hunt for anything. They just had to work through each country's bank and
Oh.
provide like you had to provide the death certificates and stuff.
Mhm.
They had to
Mhm.
do the same thing, but they had to be. It was just a whole bunch of translations and stuff. It took about a year to get everything settled, but they were just grateful like everything was in order. They're like, if we had to go hunt through her house for everything, we oof oof.
No, like I told you, my mom took me when she made the first will. She made a change to it that I didn't know, but she had given me both copies of the will.
Hmm.
One was the actual one, outdated, the
Right.
first one. I took both to the attorney. She's dealing with all of that for overseas. Everything over here was in trust to me, and that was it.
That's the best way
That
to
was
do it.
it. Yep. But
Back
it
to
just
Nick and
makes
not
it.
working. Go ahead.
Oh yes. No, no, no.
Back to Nick and not
Facts and
working.
truth.
It's just yeah, I'm not seeing that. And my whole thing is I'm not, and I don't like disparaging other black people, but I will say for me, I'm not sure how you as a black man could be okay sitting up there not working and think is okay. You could say all day you're taking care of your daughter, fine, but what was you doing before your daughter was born? That's where that's my issue.
Well, I know we're saying that he doesn't work, but if he was former military, he might be getting some form of veterans benefit, disability, or something like that, where
But
he, in his mind, thinks that that's an income.
I have a question. Do
Mhm.
you think because he is like if he's getting benefits, do
Mhm.
you think that's why he I just want to say I love to see the paperwork on their house. Do they get like a VA loan or something like that? And I love to
I
see.
keep telling you that's a rental. These bitches ain't buying nothing.
I can't stand you. I would just like to see like, that good paperwork to see whose name is on what. See,
Uh,
Ryan, and he's if they're stupid enough to give him money, he better be saving it.
I could bet you anything he's buying those atrocious outfits with their allowance. Any of it. So right, exactly. And he wants it that way. That's why he wants the women to marry each other so that no one has a claim on his benefits, be it as little or as big as whatever. Um, Maybe he got discharged with a brain injury from the military. Or maybe he drank some of that contaminated water at Fort Dix or something that they always doing the television ad on.
And Lena, how much you want to bet the military checks is going to a secret account they don't know about? Just
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Just they may not be much, but when you're not paying no bills out of them, you got the harem doing what they doing.
But you know
They they
what?
they add up.
I want to see Baby Vera's birth certificate to see if his name is listed because I bet you it isn't. And he's telling her so that you can get benefits like SNAP and what is it, Quick or something like that. Um, but it's also to deprive Vera of any of his benefits. It's just mind boggling. Oh, Rodney, that's so sweet. Did you see what Rodney said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black man. The greatest accomplishment is to take care of your family, motivates you to do more. Well, you're a good man, black, white, or indifferent. You're a good man. Nick is not.
He just annoys me. It just annoys me because you can kind of see the scam happening in front of you, and it's just like ridiculous.
Okay, look at this. Ryan, I love Ryan. If he's a veteran, and let's pretend they bought the house, he probably got a loan from Navy
Yes,
Federal for that good interest rate, and
yes,
his name is on the deed and mortgage, but not his
his
money.
money exactly.
Mm.
Because if they got the loan, it would have to be in his name.
Okay, so Lena follows up. Good Lord, I love these two. And Tracy, and Rodney, and Tina, all y'all up in here. Right. If he bought the house, it was in his name with their money. They got played just like Brother Billy said. Oh,
And that's just the truth of the matter.
I can't believe they came on TV doing this though.
But Debbie, it's TLC. Like the people, what people will do for $1,000 a week, an episode will amaze you.
That's $1,400. But I want all of them probably get $1,400,
Hmm.
including Nick's broke ass.
Right,
Oh, Jesus.
which
I
is going to
can't.
his separate bank account. They don't know. They don't know about.
My God. My God. My God. This show. This show. Okay. Anything else with these losers?
Nope.
All right. Let's go to the heavyweights that have been carrying this entire season. The ick factor, Garrick and Danielle, the Merrifields. Um, we see them at the aeroport, um, the aeroportal in Denver, big pregnant and hot pink, looking for fresh meat in the form of Miriam, who's flying in from I believe she lives in Dearborn. Because isn't that the area that has the most Muslims in Michigan?
I believe
Um,
so.
and and I like her. I like her a lot. And unfortunately, I think, oh Lord, poor Danielle. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, she arrives. She looks cute. TLC being messy, showing all her social media thirst trap pictures. I guess that's what enticed Ick to say, bring her on in. We'll pay for it. Danielle is just so happy to have somebody to talk to. And then she's saying, yeah, we built our house specifically for a plural lifestyle and we're going to finally use it like that. They take her on a tour of Garrick's master suite, but we see all of Danielle's brassieres hanging up in there. And then we go over to the sister's room. I still don't like how they have that room set up. Why do you have headboards up in front of a window? Is there not another wall in which you can move the beds to? Like,
Well,
my thing is, like, I don't think that's a teenager's room fit for one bed. That
yes.
house is not big enough to accommodate more. Like, sisters can have two separate rooms so that they can have their own space to wipe their asses or something, have their periods in peace. I don't know. That's just weird to me. And it seemed like there was a second house, like an in-law suite or an in-law cottage where her parents are living, because it don't seem like her parents live in that house. Because didn't they say her parents came over a couple of episodes before?
I
Her,
thought so.
well, uh, uh, they get back to the house. Miriam seems nice. Let me tell you, I love Miriam. Miriam did not come empty handed. She came with 2 trays of baklava. And I even looked up the store that she got them from. They $30 a piece, y'all. And they look good. They look good. Oh, that part where everybody, because Sam and Samantha came over and started asking the questions, the questions that Garrick and Danielle don't bother to ask when they recruiting these women. So they came over and they brought up the religion part.
Mm-hmm.
And Garrick is like, what do you mean she's not our religion? But you know that she's Muslim. So what do you mean you don't know? Like, he's taken everything as if it's a surprise, because quite honestly, he probably heard that she was Muslim, but he was too busy looking at her thirst trap pictures and
Right.
seeing how quickly he could dick her down um, during however long she's staying with them. But I like Miriam. Miriam just as smart as the rest of, well, no. Yeah, no, she's just as smart as the Brazilian contingent, because when Nick conveniently gets a migraine and leaves Danielle and Miriam to go to lunch together so that Danielle can try Arabic food for the first time. Miriam says, y'all go real fast. You're like, after a month you love someone, I need to go slow. No sex, slow. And if they think that religion is the biggest of their problems here,
Mm-hmm.
this girl got it for y'all. Just saying. Just saying. But I like her though. And I felt bad for Danielle when she brought up the baby shower thing. And Danielle said, I really don't have any friends. We can
Right.
tell.
We can
We
tell.
can tell. And this girl is your friend. I don't know if she would be good for Garrick, because Garrick will mess her over and then you will lose your friend. So I don't know about that. I love it that she's holding strong, saying, I'm not converting. Especially when we really don't know what religion Garrick and Danielle are, because it's so twisted and convoluted. Unbelievable. But if she, okay, since she is Muslim, I don't think she's gonna want to be up in the sister room like that. She's gonna want her own separate abode.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna want to be living up in the same house with them. That's not the way how it's done. So that should be real interesting. But I do like it where she said when you go to visit someone's home, you always bring something to eat and you always welcome people with peace. And she clarified her religion. It's a peaceful religion. They lead with peace, and she's not part of any fringe radical religion. I thought that was nice. She represented herself really well. Um, I don't think Garrick likes her. I think the reason why he doesn't do American Women because he got turned off just like how he did with Leah. He doesn't want someone who knows their own mind, and he counts on a language barrier to get over on these women. He also counts on them either not having family or not having finances in order to have control over them. Miriam got her Hamza right there and is just pushing back on the evil that is these two. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. Danielle, keep your friends separate.
But this is why Garrick doesn't want English speaking women, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Oh my God, Garrett is giving deadbeat dad. Jesus. Okay, Lena says, "Church of the wind of my loins and spirit of my pink."
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Language barrier, financial control.
Yep.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, sweetie. Oh, let me see back here. Miriam and Danielle just need to be besties and leave Garrick out of it. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Hey, Lovey. I agree. Miriam is more of a friend. Yeah, and Danielle needs friends because hopefully
Exactly.
somebody besides Samantha could talk some dog shit into her. I don't know. Um, Garrick and Danielle worship the church of Garage Garrick and his Holy Spirit. Oh my God, y'all are a mess. Hey Danny. That one communion I would not want.
No.
Oh
Mm-mm.
Jesus. Y'all on a roll today? Hard pass. Sharing the cup. No. I think you'd come away with a case of the herp. She said to Garrett, "Don't touch me." She's got her barriers up.
Yep. She's got her boundaries and she's not letting
Yep.
him cross them. That's what it is.
I also think too, because she has such a young child, I think she said it was 2 years old.
Yes.
She's also looking out for that. I don't think this is the same situation that she is accustomed to with her stuff. Yeah. Samantha is tired of Danielle. Being her only friend is exhausting. I can't. Oh my God. It is because you know what? I bet you anything that Samantha and Sam are sitting down there going, I can't translate stupid.
They didn't know when they look at this is when they're like again. Mm-hmm. Didn't we talk to you about this already?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if anybody wants that beautiful baklava, you can go to I think it's called Shalita. Shalita's baklava. It's in Dearborn. You can order online. You can get a gold party platter for like $29.95 plus shipping and handling and taxes. Thank me later because it looks really good. It looks like
Yeah.
what I'm used to. I have friends from Lebanon and Syria a long, long time ago. That was my first baklava. It was imported from Syria into Barbados. It was so good.
Yep. The star of her bougie is I only do imported baklava, not like you peasants who do domestic
Shut
from
up. That's not it. No.
from Walmart.
Shut up. You could at least get it from Whole Foods.
Debbie only does import. Everybody, Debbie only does imported baklava
That's not true. You can get it local here.
with Turkish imported Turkish coffee.
Shut up. It's good though. I had it
Oh,
when
I
I
know.
was in Greece.
Oh, I know.
It'll put hair on your chest. I swear. I was coughing for a little bit after that first sip. I wasn't expecting all of that robust flavor.
Nina says it right, in my opinion. She's a good, faithful woman. Garrick and Danielle have
Oh,
never seen someone with real faith before in the Garrick Crawford's foundation, that she won't be manipulated out of her beliefs.
okay. So, Tina, I saw this and I'm going to hold you to that. Send it. I like the one with pistachios and honey. I like that one.
Oh, I haven't had that in such a long time.
My favorite. I love pistachios. Mm, 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 mm. Um, only like that, Butch.
See,
Yes.
see, told you. The chat knows.
Stop it. I could tell you a story about that baklava though. That was when I was dating my Muslim that I fed pork to when he pissed me off. Well, his father imported a child bride from Syria from when he was, writing pen pal in prison. And so they imported her once she reached of legal age. He made the deal with her daddy, who was his good friend from back in the day. And the his sister did all the contracting and payments and all of that. They brought her in. She could barely speak any English. He didn't care because that wasn't what he purchased her for. So because she was so young, because I think she was younger than me, whenever he came to the son's house where I was, sort of living at the time, she would have to go into the office room with me because she couldn't be around other men. And so one of those times she got a care package from her peeps up in Syria just to make sure she was alive. And it was
Mm-hmm.
baklava. And it was so good. Because it got hot from being in the car. And
Oh,
well,
yes, 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 yes. I know.
in
Yeah.
Barbados, it's always hot. So she opened up the tin and I was like, oh, what's that? And the few words that baklava, give it. I don't care what it is. Can't pronounce it. So she broke me off a piece and I sat there and she was talking in Arabic or whatever. And I'm like, one more. Give me one more. She could have sold me into slavery myself and I didn't give a fuck. She was there saying something and I was just nodding my head, being really nice. And then my boyfriend's father said, "Oh, make sure that I'm there whenever he comes over to talk business so that he could park the wife with me and he'd be okay with her sitting with me." I have lived, y'all.
Lena says, not child bride baklava. That does sound kind of bad, though, when you put it in that context.
Yes. Child bride baklava. Mm-mm-mm. It was good though, y'all. That was back when I was skinny and could command a high price. Nowadays, I'm fluffy and can't get two nickels to rub together, but it's okay. That's why I'm on YouTube.
Stop it.
Oh my god. But yeah, so that was my first taste of it. And she used to send me stuff all the time, and I used to get food from his aunties down in Trinidad.
Ooh.
I used to get rotis. Garlic shrimp was my favorite. They used to send it over. This is so bad. They used to send it over on the plane so it'd be fresh and still warm.
Right? See, bougie. Debbie has her shrimp flown over same day so it can stay hot, y'all. Just so y'all know. The bouginess, I wasn't lying when I said she was bougie. She got bougie.
Those days are over. I'm living
She
in
got
abject poverty now.
she's got bougie child bride baklava and garlic shrimp. Okay, sis. I'm just saying.
I'm living in abject poverty now. So those are just memories, like the corners of my mind.
Just saying.
Have you ever had a Greek custard pastry called Galaka Baba blah blah cuckoo? No, but I'll try it. Even though I'm not a big custard person, I will try it because it's Greek, and usually their pastries are really like spot on. But I do like Greek donuts that are dunked in like honey. I had some with like lavender honey. Those were
That's
so
interesting.
good. So good.
So Ronnie says Debbie can be sold for her weight in baklava. Agreed. Debbie's private jet prawns. Yep, told you.
They weren't private jets. Someone used to just get on the plane with them. They were bringing like paperwork and stuff like that, and just brought a pack with food.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie and Danny, before you get me in trouble with my Heidi, I will send her something. Yes. I'm gonna tell everybody you're sending me. I need some. I don't care about anybody else, but I need some. Oh my god. I had a wonderful time when I was when I took my mom to Athens for her birthday. We stayed like right across the street from the parliament. Unfortunately, it was when they were rioting, but
Oh,
right
that's
across the
unfortunate.
park. It was wonderful though. It was wonderful. We had a great time. There was 2 strikes while we were there, transportation strikes. But the hospitality industry really like stepped up and made sure that guests who were there on vacation weren't really bothered by it. But we went and saw all the sights, had all the fun, had all the food. I had all the liquor. My mother wasn't drinking, so I was drinking for her. And we went to a bakery that was right across the park every morning and got our daily carbs with some coffee.
See? Oh,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
wonderful.
Lena apologizes. It's Debbie's personal porter procuring prawns and paperwork. See? She fixed it for you.
It sound bad now, but it was good when it was in the moment though. I wasn't turning it down. That bitch down in Trinidad could cook. Mm-mm. There I fixed it. Y'all are a mess. Um, Not bread mules. By the Parthenon. Wow, my grandparents immigrated from Mykonos. Oh, I went to Mykonos. We did a day trip there. It was so much fun. My mother didn't care until she saw some donkeys or something like that. And she was like, oh my God. My mom got excited with donkeys. Unbelievable. Interruptions. I am hanging in there, a little bit of a challenge, but I feel like I'm on the upswing. Oh, Steven, keep going on the upswing. No worries. Everybody's always late here, Danny. We love everybody for it. Yeah, I like this? Yes, because I was about to say Roberta. Natalia's in her feelings. She says
She
she don't
mad.
want to know about it. Danielle can deal with it, and if it gets serious, you could let her know.
She is big mad too.
But it's been 6 weeks, I think she said, since they went back.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like she's saying that they're not communicating with her, but we all know she ain't never been communicating with Danielle.
With Danielle. We all know that.
Danielle says not really hearing anything from her. That sounds true, but Garrick is also agreeing with it. So why are you not calling her? What's happening there? Natalia is really flustered by this baby and this new procurement from Michigan. I would be too.
Oh yeah, Stephen. They're called beignets. They are phenomenal.
Oh, I love a
Oh, for the
beignet.
French Quarter. Oof.
I had my beignets from Brennan's. We had brunch there.
Is that where you live, or is it
No,
somewhere
when we
else?
were in New Orleans,
Oh, okay.
we went to
I don't
Brennan's
know.
restaurant.
I was young. I had no clue where I was like what 12 years old or something. So yeah, I just knew we went to a little shop with the coffee and the beignets. That's what I wanted.
No, we were told to go there because we were there with a convention, um a sales kickoff, and we did a citywide in New Orleans. It was after Katrina. One day alone was spent cleaning up a park. That was wonderful. We stayed on a few extra days after the convention finished, and we went to Sunday brunch at Brennan. I think it was Brennan's, and we had beignets there, and they were so good. And then when we were leaving, I didn't know you could get beignets at the airport, so we got some from there too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Brennan's is iconic. They invented banana. Yes, we had some of that too. That's what they said. Cafe Du Monde is great for bed. We had a choice between the two, and I don't know why we chose Brennan's. I don't know why we chose Brennan's. Well, it was after Katrina, so maybe Cafe Du Monde wasn't available or something. But it was awesome. I ate my way through that trip. Ate and drank. It was awesome. Um, what else? I think that's it. Anything else happened with the Merrifields?
No, they're just setting themselves up for next season. That's all.
Well, the baby. Danielle
Well,
did
yeah,
that all on her own.
true, but they
Um,
can't. They can't just be the baby because the baby will be born by the time next season comes around. So they had to like plant these little seeds. Great job
but
to Danielle.
but have y'all seen on the social medias when Danielle was giving birth to this baby a year ago on the social media? Natalia's status was single and ready to mingle, and she was taking pictures up in Europe and Dubai
Oh,
with her friend.
mm.
Single and ready to mingle. What do the girls do when they
In
go to
Dubai.
Dubai?
I'm just
Mm,
they be mingling real hard in Dubai, from what I understand.
mm. But she got her law degree though.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. I think she was done with them by the time Danielle gives birth.
Agreed.
It was nice knowing you, Natalia. I mean, I really appreciated how you kept Garrick in line, but where you left me was when you actually had sex with him. I was hoping your mother would have been your cock blocker, but I guess not. Um, let's see. The snarly gnarly Merrifield's trying to stay on the TLC. Yep, unfortunately, but you have to give them credit. They come new and inventive every season, and they carry the season on their back. Can't find fault with that. Lena says, nope, new girl looks like she could be Brazilian, which is the only reason why Garrett picked her. And she has a mind of her own, so he'll unpick her expeditiously. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah. Um, this is for you, Jamal. I was just thinking the same thing. You look great in red, and WH looking sharp in black with her cool glasses. Kudos to you both. Thank you, Steven. Oh my gosh. Let's see this. Um, it was wrong playing the innocent child card, though. He's going to resent that little
Oh, for
girl.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's his own fault that they didn't get married because someone went and ratted them out that he's a polygamous
Danielle.
scumbag. Okay, we don't know that for sure, even though we suspect it. But if his dumbass wasn't on this show all of these years, he would have been bagged a Brazilian and brought her back. Probably would have had two by now. The child's gonna have a rough go of it. Yeah, because she looked like Garrick. Oh, you mean like the resentment? Yeah, that too. Mm. Anywho, Jamal, anything more? Hold on. Poor thing. All my love and prayers to the child and all of my condolences to the mess she was born into. Hopefully, Miriam will take Danielle back to Dearborn and get her out of it. Who knows? This might be the friend that Danielle truly needs.
I was gonna say that. I think she's the person that Danielle really needs because Danielle is just oof right now.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, anything else to say about this episode?
No, I think we're good.
Awesome. Danielle and Dearborn spin-off series, please. That would be funny. That would be funny. Danielle interacting with Muslims regularly would be hilarious. Oof. But it would be more profitable to her if she want to continue down this plural lifestyle, because at least she'll get her own place. Just saying. Just saying. She wouldn't have to share a bedroom. Ugh. Anyhow, y'all, tune in tomorrow. We will be going over the two shows tomorrow. 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise, and then Old Lady House. We did not get monetized for last week's episode. So the name is a little wonky, and if we don't get monetized this week, it will be renamed to Old Lady House. That show YouTube don't like. I don't know what else to do, but tomorrow when we review that show, we will all be very politically correct here, because we need to make the $1.39 that YouTube pays us for our shows. Yes, that's what we get after YouTube takes out their stuff. Thank you all for the new subscribers who joined the tribe. Welcome everybody to the live chat and to our comments section. We can't wait to see what you all have to say about these stupid shows on TLC. Jamal, until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.